team names.
Hey, you offering or what? Shit. All right. I'm gonna mute up real quick, and I'm gonna, unless you guys, nah, I'm just gonna mute up.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Big podcast tonight. We got our boy Respen here with the Tavern Boys. We all got our drinks. Everybody's got the weed or the drinks. You know something. You guys know the deal. We're gonna keep this light and airy this time. We're gonna fuck around, have a good time. Respen's our boy. So if you guys are looking for entertainment, now's the time. Okay. Make sure you guys like and follow the podcast. The videos will be up tomorrow. I will be outputting it tonight and uploading it since it is the weekend.
Should tell him to eat a bag of dicks.
Hey, you should eat a bag of dicks. How dare you throw that out there right there? Fuck you,
Mez
Respen.
dispenser.
Fuck you, Respen.
Yeah, that's my saying.
Uh,
That or somebody starts shit talking you, you're just like, oh yeah, how's your mother? And they don't know what to do. You're like, ooh.
hey, Tone, what are you smoking, brother?
Am I smoking? Some green stuff.
The devil's lettuce. Jay, what are you drinking on, brother?
You know, I'm drinking a Bud Light, but want to give a shout out to Baby and Cream. Thanks for always running with us and being whatever in our groups. When
You've been drinking, Jay.
I've been drinking a little bit.
That sounds like an alcoholic right there.
What's up, baby cream?
Marty, what you drink, brother?
Oh, I'm jamming on a bourbon barrel aged winter warm right now, and one of my favorites of the season. Let's go.
What a fucking prissy stout lover, huh?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Hard body.
Respen, what about you? You got anything in your system?
I've been snacking on some marijuana gummies for about the last 3 hours, and I have my fancy little weed pit next to me here.
Let's go.
Oh, nice.
What kind of gummies are you eating? Any kind of flavors you like more than one? Whatever.
It's like a sour elderberry, so it just tastes kind of like red fruit gummy.
Nice.
Oh, damn,
Fruit
that's
punch,
lit.
huh? Fruit punch.
That sounds good. I ain't gonna lie. The last time I had gummies, man, they knocked me off my ass so hard. I literally looked like I was melting into the couch and I was drooling all over the place. It was so bad.
Remind me not to sit on your couch.
Damn.
Oh, well, good thing I just bought new ones, right?
Hey, but big welcome to our guests. Welcome to Rest, man. We're glad you made it to the tavern, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
being
having
here.
me, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's more of a
Yeah.
pleasure
Yeah.
than it is for, Marty, because he keeps talking shit about you behind our back, but we love you, man.
Well,
We
you
do.
know,
Yeah.
Biff is gonna biff.
Yeah, the shit Biff talks about you, man.
Yeah, he's
Nah,
like,
but
man,
for
he's like,
real.
man, that guy can't take pictures worth of fuck and all that stuff, and he's like, he doesn't actually know bands,
He doesn't know shit about music.
Man, why y'all
Yeah.
clowning on it
Yeah.
now? Sorry, man. Things got real, bro. But dude,
I mean,
we were.
COVID hit hard.
Yeah, they woke up and chose COVID.
So did that melee cleric on Cindy Lennox.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
Damn.
Speaking of waking up and choosing violence, we ran into each other last night, man. Well, what was that about, man? We saw your group porting out.
You know,
What happened?
we might have been a little bit late to the port, and you guys hit, and I think we went in about 9 different directions, and then I was trying to be sneaky, but I was on a caster mauler and was trying to hit the bottom of the ocean, but Sork speed's
Bro.
better than mauler
Bro.
speed.
I was like, I messaged you, and I was like, man, I'm gonna wait for my homies to get here. I was like, nah, forget it, man. I'm gonna start on this one. I had no idea it was you, but then you got revenge, right?
Yeah, I think we end up smacking you guys a couple of times.
Yeah,
I want to throw a note in there. I was not there.
Also,
Hey.
Art was the first one died on ink.
I seen it.
Shit. Fuck you guys.
Oh man, Russ, let me hit you with something, man. When like as far as I remember, you've been here, but when did you start playing? Tell us about like your first tune. What was your first experience like? Where'd you start? Who got you into this game? And you know, tell us a little bit about that.
All right. So, oh, probably 2004 or so. I moved out of my parents' house after, I was I'm the eldest sibling, so I'm naturally like the dickhead of the family. And
Preach it.
had, my dad told me I had a curfew or he was going to kick me out, and I told him to go fuck himself, and I was going to move out. So that was dumb as hell. But I moved in with two of my buddies, and we were all gamer nerds.
Bruh.
So we used to do land runs through Diablo 2,
Okay.
and one of our friends played Dark Age, and I was standing over his shoulder watching him level up a character in Darkness Falls, and this is
Ooh.
2004 graphics, so I was like,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
this is cool, whatever. And then my two roommates I lived with, we were at this other guy's house for a LAN party, and he was playing Dark Age before we got in on Diablo. But we all started Morgan Le Fay server 2004.
Okay.
My first, well, actually, my Blade Master is my first character. My
Game Master. Okay.
Yep, my slash play is 220 days, 5 hours, and 21 minutes on that guy. So
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
I've done a lot of shit on him.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Wow.
and my first guild was the Waylayers, which is still around today. Herkster, who runs with Herorius on
Yeah.
him.
Yep. Herkster.
Herkster's the guild master now. There's another guy who still play. Well, I don't know if he still plays, but I've seen him a few times in the last year or two. Named Congo Gray, who he was the GM back then, and I'm pretty sure he still is, at least to a degree. So we're still alive on Wayne. To you know,
The Waylayers, huh?
yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
So you said that you were playing Morgan Le Fay. You were part of the Devon cluster, right? So of course
Yep.
you know Stiat, right?
Oh yeah.
So is it true you formed a guild named after him?
So um, over the years, the Waylayers has always been more like I wouldn't say like a Zerger guild, but they've been more into the bigger battle group fights and PvE and shit. So a few of us branched off, and I used to run with a couple of guilds, two or three. Flaming Mad Cows was one of them. Naming Violation was one of them, and one is called Trash, and it's Trash with spaces. That's the hib version. And during the Devon cluster, there was a lot of drama on Hib, and some things went on. And so when a few of us, we kind of banded together to make a mid guild, and we did name it Stiot, spaced out just like Trash.
Wow, that's low blow.
Oh,
Rez.
And I still have the guild active on mid right now. Ha.
dude.
Nice.
Hey, wasn't there a time though back on that Devon cluster that like you made everybody like basically hate Hibernia or hate your guild or something? What happened there?
So similar to how it's been on Uane recently, I the H4X is the guild that I created with members of those different guilds. As people quit or drama
Mm-hmm.
happened, we made hacks, and we controlled Crow for a very long time. And so Hib was pretty untouchable at that point in time. And they started doing, and this was back when it was hard to take a keep and hard to get relics. So the battle group leaders for the EU, well, Hero during the day,
Uh-huh.
well, no, this is pre-Hero. This is still Devon. So I can't.
Uh-huh.
There was an EU Hib leader. I don't remember who it was, and
Okay.
Durak and some of the other guys who led the Hib US Prime started taking relics, and we were in an alliance with a lot of them, and we're like, don't put a relic in our fucking keep. Like you guys are killing like it was the same thing. You guys are killing the game. You're making the population way imbalanced. Everybody's relic chasing. Well, they
Yeah.
fucked up and put a relic in my keep. And so the other two guild masters and I were like, "Hey, let's just lower it to level 1 so they can take it back easy." And so sure as shit we did, and so people were raging because that doesn't happen instantly or fast or anything. Well, you can't do it anymore. I might have had something to do with that, but we lowered that bitch to level 1, and sure enough, mids got their strength relic back, and so people were pissed. They kicked us out of the alliance, and that might have been around the time that the Stiat Guild got made.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Res, Marty Marty told me you have a rank 5 for every class in every realm.
Pretty close. There's like maybe one or two classes per realm that I don't have, but yeah, pretty much all of my all my RVR ready characters are at least rank 5 except for one right now, and it's a bomb lock that I just made like a month ago. Haven't messed around with them too much yet.
Yeah.
Dang.
So how many realm rank 10 pluses you got?
Oh God. Let's see. I know I've got two on Alb. I've got 1, 2, 3, 5. I think I've got 4 on mid. And on Hib, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7, including 2 rank
Oh
12s.
my!
That's
Including
ridiculous.
12s. That's awesome. Saying
Yeah, I've
Argyle.
been around. Yeah,
So,
I've got a rank 12 L1 Druid, rank 12 Blade Master.
all
I
right,
thought we're not supposed to
so
talk about the druid. I thought he was
retired.
yeah. Don't speak of him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm pretty
He
over
still
it
comes out.
on very very rare occasions.
Okay, okay, that's good. Leaving the door open. So you're telling me there's a chance.
A slim chance, right, Res?
Very slim.
All right, so what's your best tune, or maybe your favorite tune? I know you said that your druid's 1201, but what's your favorite tune to play? I mean, either like now or all time.
I mean, all time, I would say my Blade Master, just because like most of the reason that I still play Dark Age is for that kind of nostalgia, and I, back in the day, back in Morgan and on the Morgan and Galahad cluster, I used to lead a lot of like ML raids and different things. I never got into RVRBGs, but I went and collected pretty close to all, but most of the remains on Hib I did with my Blade Master, so I've got a lot of memories there. So I really like that one. Um, my Thane is a lot of fun. It's also rank 11, but especially if you're in a group that assists decently and has a debuffer, you're hitting people for between 800 and 1200 a shot, so that's pretty fun. And honestly, on Alb, I really like both my blade or my Armsman and my Sork. They're both a lot of fun to play.
How do
Yeah,
you
you
play?
play mean.
How do you play tunes so long, man? I get bored. I gotta switch it up. Like I'm temping a tune probably like once every week and a half.
Once every 3 days.
Once every day.
So I'm temping 2 tunes right now. I'm temping a caster tick and melee necro.
Nice. So for me, a lot of the times, the characters I play are out of group necessity. Um, so when like the current members of Hacks, and Biff, I think Biff still has a few characters in there,
Oh
two or
yeah,
three.
yeah.
And so we all kind of linked up during one of the Caledonia events a few years, probably 2 years ago now, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we were running with Smashing, and we had a pretty decent mid guild.
Oh,
We had
killed.
a nice tank train over there.
We slayed, man. It was great. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we kind of it started to get stale, so we popped over to Alb, and I volunteered to play my Mind Sork because nobody else had one at the time. So started playing that, and one of our guildies tried to lead the LBG a few times. We were the only tank, so it ended up being a lot of like 8v32s because albs will run from everything.
Bro.
Um, and then earlier, actually, in the end of January of 22, we decided to go to Hib, and I volunteered to play Druid because it was Realm Rank 9, and we needed a dedicated healer. So I hit 11 really quick, and I was like, okay, well, here's the deal. I'll play this to 11:05, and then I need a break. and then I'll after a few weeks I'll jump back and finish it. So after that, I in between I got my Veil Walker to Realm rank 10, and then switched back, got it to 12, and immediately like I think after that run logged off, and then I've been playing the other two realms for the majority of the time since.
Bro,
But
that. Oh, sorry.
oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, bro, that Caledonia, they kicked us out of the game. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Like at the very end, our tank train, we were coming up like you're talking about 8v32. We'd come up at the very back and just melt the casters.
yeah, that
And
was
we
so
were still
much
alive
fun.
on the field when Caledonia ended it, and people were like streaming and watching us, and they're like, that group was epic.
Yeah, that was probably the most fun Caledonia
Hey,
event that I think I've
you
had.
killed it on that sword, man. You were great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But for me, the characters that I usually play is really dependent on like our a steady group's needs, and so throughout the last I would say 6 months or maybe 8 months, different people have had to step away from the game for different reasons, or they went to some of the you know air quote here other servers, or real life shit happens. So
Celestius,
yeah.
Eden.
And so I bounce around a little bit, and typically what I'll do is, I'll pick a realm like, and I've been obsessed with Alb this year because my total RP count on that realm is the lowest of the three. So I was like, I need to get some RPs on these guys. So
There you go.
through doing that, you start to pug with people and kind of get back in with a regular crew. And so I was running with Isaac and Bama, Zoo and Baldwin and Nick. A few guys have kind of a ragtag group. We never had like an official guild or anything, but we made a lot of really good RPs. A few of those guys won parts of the Kings tournament for the
Hmm.
anniversary, and so some of those guys they're not getting statues, but they're getting the special patterns and stuff and the mithril or whatever. But I was slightly lower. The very first day of it, I was trying to help somebody get a bunch of tower takes and died a bunch of times and kind of screwed
Yeah.
myself.
Well, and even during that event, we were like, "Hey, Rest, man, let's go do Mournful King," and you'd come out and spend hours like chilling with us, and you're like, "Okay,
Oh
okay,
yeah,
but I gotta go back. I gotta go back in
yep.
PvP." We're like, "No, no, no, Rest, stick around, man."
Yeah, we were
uh,
farming that like crazy too. That was a good
Oh,
event.
yeah,
that event was
yeah.
fun.
I had 4 or 5 different nights, so we spent a few hours doing it. But yeah,
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 yeah.
and for me, I have one character that I soloed primarily on, and it's a 11L4 Shadowblade with I don't know like 1,450 solo kills on it, but just not as fun to
Let's
solo
go.
for me anymore. I might dust it off and try to hit lone enforcer, but the real fun comes from the connections you make and the people you run with. So
Yeah.
So going back on that too, you're talking about running with pugs and everything like that. In your experience, is that where you have learned to find like long life in-game friends and everything like that?
oh yeah, I mean some of my best friends like Chicky, for example. Chicky and I have been well, we were kind of frenemies back in the uh, Morgan Le Fay Galahad cluster, and then on Devon when we actually like were able to play on the same realm, we that was nice getting to know her, and we actually played different games together. I can't even think of a couple of the other MMOs that have kind of come along and died over the years. We branch off and play those for a while, and we always come back to Dark Age.
Yeah. Dude,
Always come
speaking of
back.
yeah, always coming back. Bro, is it true, man, that you know everybody in this game?
I mean, pretty close,
Like everybody who's everybody, Respen knows.
I know, or I know of a lot of people just because I don't really consider myself an elitist or a VG player or anything. I
No.
bounce around. I'll Zerg
Hmm.
serve. I'll small man, 8 man, whatever.
Hmm.
So I've met a lot of people either directly or like I know what groups they run with, things like that. Like, oh yeah, that person is they run with this other person usually.
Yeah. It's like the 8 degrees of Kevin Bacon, except it's like we would name one person in this game and we would connect that person to a guild, and then eventually that guild had another player that player we could finally connect everybody to Respen. You know what I mean?
You know,
Big old
it
family tree.
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, so
Yeah, Respen's got connections.
so backtracking on to Mark's last podcast, he brought up this whole thing where all the realms come together, they make an 8-man go out. What would be your dream team? Like if you could pick like
Oh man.
bards and healers and just all of them.
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
a
you
tough,
talking like Mordred
Like
style?
like Mordred style, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, okay, so well, the current state of the game is definitely more caster friendly than it probably ever has been.
Yep.
So I would probably say like go with an energy train, with an eld and a thane or two, shaman, druid, bard, healer,
Ooh,
Mm.
and then
that'd be a
fill
nasty
whatever.
group.
Number eight can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Appeal tank or another caster?
I would say situational. You know, if you're actually encountering a lot of people who are trying to push you, get an armsman.
Hmm.
Hero armsmen are fairly interchangeable in my book. Or you could just go another DPS and try to melt shit faster.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of, one of the things that I appreciate most about you, man, is you're a thinker. You know, people may talk to you and look at you and think, "Nah, that guy don't think." No, just kidding. But you are, man, and you're a strategist. Like I was thinking about this, man. Like just the other night when we were running with Dalton, we were running with Baby and Tone and myself, and I think Art and Jay too. Um, when you're coming up against a group, like you can spot the group right away, and you know this is a group we need to MA on. Everybody better assist that one target, and then you can also spot a group, and you can tell this is the group that we need to split, and people need to pick targets. Like, how do you navigate that? Talk strategy with me on that. How do you how do you know which group is which and when to do that?
I mean, a lot of it, like, I mean, just from the characters, like what race the characters are, will dictate a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like our group comp means a lot, so kind of dependent and like, so I played my like pretty much only RVR on my Blade Master, like, so if you were to look at my characters and compare their IRSs, you can tell the characters from back in the day and the new characters because all the old
Mm-hmm.
characters have shitty IRS and
Mm-hmm.
like I have a bard that I had in the Braemar event, that was I barded for a Banshee bomb group with the Izek team, and that thing has like a 70,000 IRS or something. Like it's ridiculous.
What?
Um, so you know, I think especially when you're playing tanks and even more especially light tanks, you know, you start to learn like how groups split, and you know a lot of the groups, a lot of the strategies are pretty much the same these days. You know, um, like IRC, if they're playing casters, which they primarily do these days, they're going to try to pull you. So you know you have to push and never stop pushing. So if somebody gets rooted out, your group is fucked. So you have to either
Mm.
be successful at pushing or be successful at killing, because or not, you might as well just not, you know, try to disengage if you can, but you're probably going to die to a really good pull group. And so like, the other night on the island when we were fighting mids,
Mhm.
like you see Cat's friend, and so then you know, okay, that's Crows. Well, with Crows, I think they're having some of the same issues a lot of groups are. You know, it's hard to keep a consistent eight, so
Yep.
they have been pugging
Mhm.
different people. So you know, like you've got Cats, who's you know she's a good pack. You've got Vorig, he's going to try to push in and get roots and diseases and do, you know, kind of do his thing. But then the rest of the group is kind of a wild card because some nights they're running Thanes, some nights they're running, you know, a Savage Assist train. So it's kind of hard to get it the first fight. You know, every once in a while you'll, you know, hey, tank split, and you'll be successful with it. But other times you just kind of get shit on.
Mm.
So it's a lot of trial and error. So um, I think the biggest part of it is really, you know, starting to learn your class and knowing what your class can do on its own or with, you know, multiples. And so like Dalton and I have been playing together for 2 or 3 years, and we know each other, you know, pretty well. We've played
Mhm.
light tanks together, we've played healers together, and so you know, like everybody hard assist Dalton because he's an excellent person at picking targets. I'm honestly a shit tier MA. Like I'm not that great at it,
He is
but
really good though at it.
I'm really good at splitting. Like
Yes.
knowing when to step away. Like you catch, you know, for me, it's kind of mindless once you get into the thick of it, because you're assisting and you're spamming probably your positional or maybe in any time, depending if the person's running around, or backing them up with each other. And so I pay more attention to the peripheral, and then you'll see like, oh shit, there's an open dude over here. I'm gonna go jump on him. Or, you hear like, oh, I'm getting assisted on by the casters, and you see a clump of casters. You try to, typically that's when you use a charge. You get into them. You can use your MLs to interrupt 3 people at once. And just really, I think knowing your class and knowing its utility really helps do that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice word.
as much as I like to talk shit about IRC, and I really do, I would love to see them run a tank train.
Yeah, and some of those guys, so the IRC, the Internet Relay Chat, a lot of the old 8-mans back on Devon used the same. And I don't know, I don't honestly, and this isn't me trying to talk shit, but I honestly don't remember if any of them were around at the times or if they were on the same cluster as me or anything. But the Internet Relay Chat we used had guys like Dag, if you remember him. He's been gone for a year or two now. And Stiot would be in there talking shit. And so, different people would pug out of it and everything. So it's very weird. Like when I first came back and people like, I did end up taking like a 4 or 5 year break while I was finishing my master's and my undergrad. But
Hey, congrats, man.
thanks. But yeah, I mean, those guys are phenomenal at assisting, and there's 1,000 different rumors about them. But the bottom line is, if they are cheating, Broadsword doesn't give a shit. It's more likely they're not. They're just really good at their assist macros and knowing what to use when, because they've sunk a ton of hours in. Anybody would be an expert at the game if they could play as long as those guys have. And I don't honestly know them very personally. I've grouped with them maybe once or twice ever. But if they're younger, they've been playing since they were in there as kids. If you're an early teenager, that's when you're like, imagine how good a fucking teenager would be at Dark Age of Camelot compared to old guys like me.
Old guys like us. You mean.
Hey.
Speak for yourselves.
Yeah, speak for yourselves.
Yeah. Y'all tripping.
Yeah, how old are you, Jay? Like 20?
No. I'm about the same age as you, brother. So.
I'm 44.
I'm 37, so.
Oh, okay. I just turned 38. You old son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Damn.
So us three, we're the old folks. and
God
Art
damn, you
Hey,
guys
Tom,
are over there
Art-
with walkers,
Art
bro.
and Tone are the fucking youngins. So.
What do you mean? I'm
Art's a youngin'.
35.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's
and
not-
100%. Like when I started in 04, I was 19. Like I wasn't that good. Like I learned the hard way. When I started, it was right after TOA came out, and I pretty much solo leveled in Shrouded Isles, Hibside. So I killed a
Okay.
lot of fucking stupid looking deer and the weird looking snakes and I don't know, the dudes who look like the. Do you remember the movie Tremors?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
these little
Yeah.
underground things.
Yeah,
Yes.
you remember the sequel where
worms?
they grew, like, they were like a mini worm, but they had legs, like they
Yeah.
were bipedal.
No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember
Oh,
that either.
I think it's Tremors 3 or maybe 5. I don't know.
They
There's
made
a
like
ton of
10,
them.
didn't they?
Yeah, they made
Yeah.
Maybe
a
5.
million of them.
He said maybe 5.
Maybe it was Tremors
Fuck.
15. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. One of those Tremors movie has them where those monster dudes run on 2 legs, but there's mobs up in the whatever the north region of Hib SI is that look just like those motherfuckers.
Hey,
I take it-
I just want to say I was 5 years old when I first started in 2002.
Dude, it was. He's watched his grandma. He's on his grandma's lap.
His
Holy
that's
grandma
how
was
he
making him
got started.
craft.
Watching,
Push this
dog.
button, honey. Push this button. Push
Damn,
this
man.
button.
You've been playing that long. I figured you'd be better.
Damn.
Oh, damn! No, I took like
You just got shot with a shotty.
I left the game. I left the game. Played some amateur COD. We used to go to tourneys and all that. Played UMG wagers, all that, and then
Save some pussy for the rest of us.
oh shit! Dog, what's up, homie? I'm just saying I made a little bit of money back then.
Speaking of that, he already has a kid, so hopefully in 5 years now, Art, your son will be sitting on your lap.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
Play the bot account.
3 months.
Playing
I'm
Moldic.
putting him in the sweatshop, bro. He's getting on a necro and he's farming me some plat all day long.
Farming pot.
Put him on the Dayoc Gerber plan to start the account now.
Oh, you the one where they grow up and they're like 18 and their college is paid for? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for now, your Pendrag is paid for.
Right on.
Damn.
Yeah, instead of getting a college tuition, you get a Pendragon bracer on Dayok.
Oh Lord,
Shit.
Lord. Hey Marty,
Fantastic. Yeah.
Marty, you told me a
What's
rumor about Respen and his
Oh, what, Res?
spelling
Yeah.
of what was it? He.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
what's Respen?
Respin got to see about that. What you got, Respin?
what is that?
All right, so like when people will type like their little like LOL or whatever, laugh. I am laughing. Haha, that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if,
Right,
if they
right.
type
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they type HEHE out loud, I say hee hee
Like
You
Michael
gotta hit some
Jackson.
high notes.
Gold school
every
Michael
time. Every time. Michael Jackson. That's
Michael
hee
Jackson
hee.
every time. Yeah.
Jackson.
And somebody whose name might rhyme with myth types hee hee all the goddamn time. So I'm just
All
over
the
here like
time.
hee hee
Just
Every
give-
time I see
just
you
give
now,
me
I'm just gonna put
material.
hee hee.
hee
Just
hee.
giving you
100%.
materials.
Man.
Oh man. Hey, well, dude. And speaking of, dude, number one, thanks for being here. We love you, man. And you're the first guest where like you're our homie, like you're our boy. So like we've met some cool people. We can't wait to meet some more, man. But because we know you so good, we're gonna play a game in just a minute. And I'm gonna pitch you, Reston.
It's okay.
This-
You keep your clothes on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Or off. You know.
Oh,
we're not.
Shit, I gotta put mine back
Shirts
on.
are
Sorry,
optional.
hold on.
This game is gonna be Reston versus the Tavern Boys.
Ah,
Okay.
motherfuckers.
Yeah. So I'm putting You're gonna be against Jay and Tone in this one. I've got 2 rounds for you, and what's gonna happen is each round I'm gonna name a name, and you're gonna earn points for a correct response. And after 2 rounds, whoever has the most points is gonna be the champion of Respen versus the Tavern Boys. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So in round 1, the Tavern Boys are up. Rest, you get to chill for just a second. In round 1, here's what's gonna happen, man. Boys, I'm gonna say a name. You're gonna decide if it's Respen or not Respen. I'm gonna give you a tune name. These are legitimate tune names. No Camelot Herald right now, and no looking up anything with Respen right now. No Cheetos.
Okay,
But
no Cheetos.
yeah, no
Art.
Cheetos.
Art.
Just straight.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm putting
Art,
it all
stop it
down.
now.
Putting it all down. Come on now. I put the list away again.
Okay, so I name a tune. You decide, is that Respen or is it not Respen? There's 3 of you guys, so if you disagree, then we're gonna go 2-1 with the majority. Okay.
All right, we got.
Sounds
Hold on. Marty, Respin, we're gonna put you on the side real quick, boys. Let's turn around. Let's talk strategy. All right,
All right.
listen.
No, you're good.
Listen,
So,
hold on. Listen, if he fucking wins 3v1, I'm quitting the fucking game.
okay,
You
Oh
understand?
shit.
I'm with you. I'll quit the game too.
Rest. I'm gonna send you the answers right now.
Oh shit!
Okay, first one up for the Tavern Boys. Kelso, is that Respen or not Respen?
Oh, bro, that 70s show, 100%. My vote's going yes.
Yes.
No.
We got 2 yeses, Tone. We got 2 yeses and a no. That is 1 point for the Tavern Boys.
That's
That is
right,
yes.
baby.
Yes.
That's
That
Respen.
70s show. I
Oh,
seen it
man.
coming, dog.
That is. So we got 1 point for the Tavern Boys. Here we go. 180 on ink. Is that Respen or not Respen? 180 on ink.
If it's Respen,
Not
it's an
Respin.
opportunity.
Not Respin.
That's not
Respin.
that's not Respin. That's like a
That's cheeky.
that's like a cheeky thing, yeah. Because
So we're going not Respen?
shit.
so you'll be fighting at Bino, and she'll be all the way back in Renaris by the time they're
She's
fighting.
gone.
Cheeky, we love
That's-
you, by the way.
That's
Oh, yeah, we do.
yes. That's Respen.
Boys?
I'm going no.
No, not Respin.
Yeah. All right, boys. That's 1 point you lose, but that is
See?
Respen.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
What do I get? Because I said yes though.
Yeah, Tone had it.
Oh, it's telling we should.
We got 1 point for the Tavern Boys. Let's keep on going. Ready? Bucky Freshness.
Bucky Freshness.
Respen?
Hold on. I gotta look at his picture real quick. Bucky
No.
Freshness.
No, you can't look it up. Can't look it up.
No.
Bucky
I'm looking at his
Freshness.
Discord picture right now. Hold on. Let me pull it up for everybody real quick.
Respen or not Respen? Bucky Freshness.
He's looking at me through the lens. It's saying no. It's saying no.
We're saying no.
I'll go no
Jay
too.
and Tone?
I'll go no too.
Not Respen.
Respen, what do you think?
That would be a good name, but no,
Yeah,
that
that
is
would be a
not
good name.
Respen.
Okay.
It's not Respen. That's 1
Hey.
point for the Tavern Boys.
Yeah, I just got to
That
talk
is
to your
definitely-
picture and see through the lens.
Is that what he's
Yeah, he was taking a picture of me and he
Yeah, he's taking a
whispered, "No,
picture,
that's
yeah.
not me."
Exactly. You gotta see through the lens.
Okay, ready? Shout out to Bucky Freshness out there. Okay, ready?
Is that actually
Ready?
a name?
That's somebody's name, buddy.
Really?
I swear. Yeah, man. I don't know why I searched some stuff on the
Hey, if
Herald
you have that
beforehand.
name, I'll give you fucking a mansion deed for it. You guys hear me out there?
Change your name. I'll take it. Okay, ready? Here's the next one. You got to check the spelling on this one. Ready? Respect my authority. Spelled AUTHORITAH. Respect my authority.
I think I know that person. No, that's not Respen. That's
No,
not right.
I'm saying
That's
no.
Respen.
I'm saying no. I'm saying no.
I'm
That's
gonna
not
I'm gonna stay out of this one. If you boys think it's no, I'm
That's
gonna
not
fall into your
Respen.
arms.
I'm saying no.
All right, we're going with no.
They got all no's. Resp, what do you say?
I used to be able to do a really good Cartman voice, but then
Oh,
I spoke too much.
That is not
no,
Resp, boys.
that's
You
not
got
Oh
it.
yes,
Yeah.
you threw a
Right.
trick.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you threw a trick. I was
God.
like, fuck.
I
Duh.
was like, man, I knew I fucked
believe-
up by listening to these guys. Hey, boys, you know I always believed in you.
Yeah, okay.
All three of you got it, man. I cannot believe that. Can't believe it. I thought for sure y'all
Well, he
got
said, 180 Alb. I mean, that he literally just said because Albs all they do is run from somebody. I said it's got to be an Alb tune.
Oh,
That's
bro,
definitely
that's
him,
so smart.
bruh.
Oh, shit,
Okay,
I should've
ready?
listened to
Here we
Yeah.
go. Granny slapper. Is that Respen or not Respen? Granny slap.
I kind of get turned on by that. I don't know why.
I'm kind of saying
Whoa.
yes on that one. Yes.
Tone hasn't been wrong so far. I'm going yes.
Wait, don't base it on me.
I'm
Damn, this
going
is
with
bad.
Tone.
I'm basing off of tone, never being wrong.
Oh,
Yes, that's
This
right.
is not a good idea.
Boys, that's your 4th point. I cannot believe y'all are doing
Tone,
this.
Tone, you're
Yeah,
never
I
wrong,
cannot
baby.
believe-
You're never wrong.
Resp, I thought for sure, man, they were going to get all these wrong. Dude, they're killing it right now. What's up, Tavern Boys? Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
We know him though. We know
Rigged.
him.
You
It's
do.
rigged.
Okay.
We know
Ready?
him.
It's not rigged.
He sent us the
Rick.
answers.
Ready? Here we go. Here's the next one. Ready? Respect, and it's spelled RESP. ECCD.
Find
Yes.
out what you
ECCD.
mean. Yeah, that's 100%.
Not
Yes.
respect me. Not
Yes.
respect me.
Resp. Is it Resp in the name? Yes, it's
Ding,
him.
ding, ding, ding. Yep.
RESP.
No, I'm saying
ECCD.
no. I'm saying no.
I'm going yeah.
Okay, so we got one no. We got one yeah. Tone, you're the deciding factor
Yeah, I
here,
said
bud.
yes. I said
You
yes.
said yes?
It said R. You said RESP in the first part.
Yes.
That's
ECCD.
Resp.
Resp?
Nope.
What?
Really?
Told you.
Not.
Oh,
Get dunked on.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it, man.
Hey, everybody wants to imitate their heroes, so
Okay. Okay. Ready? Here's your
Okay.
next one, boys. Dong magnet.
Oh,
Dong magnet.
100%.
100%.
Freshman. He is a dong magnet, so
You look at that sexy
Oh,
motherfucker
oh.
holding the camera, bro. You're telling
Oh,
me that
you
dong
mean-
ain't hitting the ground when he's walking?
you mean his name, not you're not asking if he is a dong
Name.
magnet.
Oh, damn.
Two named Dong magnet. Is that Resp or not Resp?
Oh man.
You know, this one's kind of tricky because, like, I feel like he could be playing with some weird fucking names, but then at the same time, I feel like anything with RESP in it is, like, all he makes. But I know that's not true.
I'm gonna say no.
We got one no, Jay.
Yes, that's
We
Respen.
got a
Oh,
yes.
fuck.
Art, you're the deciding factor.
Oh.
Art, this is all on you, bud.
No pressure.
Hey Siri, flip it. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Hey
All right,
Siri,
I'm going yes.
ahead.
We're going. He went yes. Resp.
was previously Dong Magnet, but that only lasted about 35 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That
Okay,
is-
good. So that's a point.
So that's a
As
yes,
a point
right?
for Tavern Boys.
I'll take it.
Yes.
All right.
Siri
Okay,
never
ready? Here's the next one. Tavern Boys, you're on fire, man. Ready?
fails. Mhm.
Wiener Thief.
No.
Wiener thief?
No.
Wiener.
No. He's not gonna
Wiener?
put two in there. No.
No.
Wiener Thief.
No.
No.
No,
not
'cause
red.
That's definitely not because he knows he doesn't have to steal a wiener around these parts. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's already a dong magnet, so no, he's not a
Right.
weasel thief. Come on.
Well, then again, he's a former Dong Magnet because
Ooh,
it
and
changed.
then he could have changed it
So-
to wiener thief.
Or just made a new one called Wiener Thief.
I'm still saying no.
Yeah, 100% no.
Oh man. Okay,
I
fine.
I
No.
can't believe it, boys. You got a point on that one.
Let's
He
go.
is not the Wiener Thief.
Let's go.
That's a record
Wiener
straight.
thief.
He's been accused of that in the past. He is not it, though, folks.
And the president.
All your wiener are belong to me.
Belong to me.
Okay, ready? Next one up before the Tavern Boys is ass tossing. Ass tossing.
Ass tossing.
Is that Respen? Ass tossing. Is that Respen or not Respen?
That sounds like midget tossing, and I'm gonna say yes.
Where did you get? You know what?
Listen,
No,
when it
don't.
said ass
Don't.
tossing, I
Don't.
instantly it-
Stop.
It went
No.
Wolf of Wall Street on me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Straight
I'm
Wolf of
local.
Wall Street. I'm going yes.
Hey. I mean, Respen doesn't really seem like the freaky type, but then again,
Those are the ones that are the freaky ones.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes.
We got 2 yeses. Jay, what are you?
No.
He played devil's
We got
advocate.
2 yeses and a no. Respen?
I am not ass tossing.
Damn.
Yeah.
But
Man.
also, he is. Aren't you?
That is Dalton's character.
Oh man, he used somebody he knows. Fuck.
See? You tried to slide one in on us, didn't you,
You're right.
Marty?
He
That's
fucking
Dalton?
slid
I
it.
thought that was you.
Yeah, Marty didn't even know the answer to that fucking
I didn't even know
question. What the fuck?
I designed the game. No points for the Tavern Boys.
Oh shit.
Get dunked on.
What's shout out to our boy. Okay, Dalton. All right, last one. Last one, boys, is your last chance. You can earn 7 points. And then we're switching over to Resp. Here we go. The last one is response.
Ooh,
That's
Response.
tough.
that's a good one. If
Hey,
that's
spell it.
Mhm.
Hey, spell it and use it in a sentence.
Response. Is either Respen or not Respen. You decide.
Respin, if that's not your name, you need to fucking buy it. Okay, I'm going yeah on this one. I'm going yes.
We got a 1 yes.
I'm going yes too.
Yeah. Oh, we got 2 yeses. Jay, your vote doesn't matter, but what is it?
I'm gonna go with the boys. Yes.
You gonna go with yes? Respen?
No response.
Not him.
Oh,
No!
damn! He played it right at us.
Oh my
Nah.
gosh. All right. Okay. In round 2, the final score for round 2 is the Tavern Boys 6 points. That's like 4 more points than I expected, Respen. I got to be honest. What's up, Tavern Boys? Good job.
What's up? What's
All right.
up?
Now
All
we're
in
switching
day's
up.
work.
Yep. Round 2. Resty,
Rigged.
you're up.
Rigged.
He's gonna destroy us.
So, Respi, since they had a 50-50, either Respen or not Respen, I'm going to give you a tune name of one of us. One of the Tavern Boys. Art, Jay, Marty, Tone. One of us. Hopefully, the name is a little bit embarrassing. Maybe not. I'm going to give you some softballs just to get you going in the beginning, since you're the guest and all. But anyways, I'm going to say a name, and you're going to decide who it belongs to. So it is one of us. These aren't mystery names of somebody else out there in the Herald. This is us, okay? Here's the first one for you. Ready, Resp? The name is Barconius. Is that Art or is that Jay?
Art.
We got 1 point for the Respinator.
He didn't even hesitate.
Okay.
Man.
Hell yeah.
Fuck,
He
I'm
didn't.
sweating right now.
That was
None.
that wasn't a softball. That was a beach ball.
Fucking A, right? I'm calling favoritism right now.
He hits it out of Comiskey right there. Okay, ready? Question number 2. Theory. Is that Tone or Marty?
Tone.
I act like you know
Oh
somebody.
my
Fuck are
gosh.
these?
You boys are in trouble,
Like,
man. He's too
Who the
cute.
fuck
That's-
is? You gave him the sheet.
This favoritism bullshit.
Weston?
Get ready to quit.
Wait. So is
Gonna
Respen the
raid
new
Vaughn.
IRC? Is this IRC?
I didn't take that bet, by the way, Rest.
I'm about to go fucking
I didn't
play
take that bet.
Roblox.
I'm still playing.
Question number 3. Ready? Question number 3 is Maddie Janot. Is that R or J?
Jay.
Ooh, we got
Right.
a point for the Respinator. That's
This is rigged. This is rigged.
hey, man. Hey,
Can we throw him any
clearly
fucking
there's-
softer to him or what?
No, there's zero hesitation. This man is a guy with killer instincts. There's no hesitation in his voice. Question number 4. Impending doom. Tone or Marty?
Marty.
Okay, all right. Let me get him harder.
That's a
boys. I'm
giveaway.
sorry.
Oh man, you
It's a
gotta throw him
giveaway.
something.
Okay.
It's a
He's
giveaway.
catching
Okay.
up to us and
Okay.
fast, bro.
Whoa,
Man,
sir.
okay. Right now the score is 4-6. Let's go, Tavern Boys. Here we go. You're up next. Rest with Mega Turk. Mega Turk. Is that Tone or Art?
Tone.
Unstoppable. He's 5 for 5.
I'm about to
Fuck.
He is
slam
on
my head
fire,
on this
bro.
fucking desk.
Hell.
Telling you. Okay, here we go. Ready? All mustache. All mustache. Is that Art or J?
Art.
Oh my God, we got a tied game and we're only 6 questions in. He's got 4 chances to blow this.
Yeah, hey, you fucking gave him the sheet. All right, it's cheating. It's
Okay,
rigged.
here we go. Respen, he's honest. Okay, ready? Respen, shave the Saurius. Is that Tone or J?
Tone.
He gets his first incorrect.
That's
Oh,
right.
I'll take it, baby.
Mm.
That's
What if
right.
you ever know me to be perverted?
Jay, that's not the real name. What's the real name, Jay?
So the real name was back on the Devon cluster, and it got nerfed. So the original name was Shaved Beaver, and it got nerfed to Shave the Saurius because somebody reported me to the CSRs. So
Okay, all right. Score right now is 6-6. One of them, 1 point, Respen, and you win the game. Here we go,
I'll slide
Respen.
you a mansion deed. You don't answer anymore.
Eddie, here we go. He may not even need all 10 questions. Here we go, Res. We got Mitten for Mitten. Is that Marty or Art?
What was the name again?
Mitten for Mitten.
Ooh.
Marty or Art? Mitten for Mitten.
Art.
That is definitely a Marty. What's up?
that's
buddy?
right. That's a Marty too.
Okay, next up. This one's a little bit of a misnomer, Respen. So ready? This tune's name is Jay's Fall Damage. Jay's Fall Damage. It's not Jay. Is this Tone or Art for Jay's Fall Damage? Tone or Art? You said Tone?
What'd you?
Tone.
Hey! Hold on. 2 mansion deeds. You don't answer this question.
Oh fuck.
We got 50 plat on the line.
Yeah, you
Tone,
don't
Art.
answer
Who
this
is
question.
Jay's Fall Damage?
Fuck
Which
you,
one of
Respen.
you?
God damn it! It's Tone, man.
It's Tone.
Oh.
It's Tone. You said Tone, right, Res?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure
And
did.
With that, Respin wins
No,
the game. Congratulations,
Yeah,
Respin.
man.
Hey, let's
With a
ask
score-
them all. Let's ask them all of them. Let's see
6 to
what he can
7?
get.
You want another one? Okay, ready? Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Is that Marty or Tone?
Marty.
That's definitely
Marty's gonna give you up because you got it right.
okay.
Listen,
Okay,
is Marty
ready?
against us right now? Like, what the fuck is this?
I'm not.
100%.
I'm not, man. I'm not. I expected it to be harder for Rest. He doesn't know all these tunes, but he clearly knows these tunes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I knew the first like 3 or 4, but the rest have been just like
Yeah. He's like 50-50. It's probably, yeah. Okay, ready? How about this one? Altar Boys. Is that Art or Tone?
Art.
Fuck!
Just
God
showing off.
damn!
He's
We
just
got
showing
our
off.
asses whooped right now. What the fuck is this?
Okay, how about this? John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Is that Jay or Marty?
His name
Marty.
is my. Damn.
Oh my god! He didn't even get to
God,
fucking
why did
finish the line
why did
before
I
he
put-
answered.
Why did I put Jay with mine? Because Jay gets like serious names. Yeah, that's definitely me. Listen, do you guys want to be insulted anymore? Because he's just killing it. Now he's just showing
Go ahead.
off.
No, but I want him to show off some more. Come on.
You want another couple? Okay, ready?
Let's see if he can keep it going.
Okay, fine. Bite my shaft. Work, Marty.
Art.
Oh man, dude! See, this guy is in our heads now. Hey, he gets it. He gets a point there. That guy, that Toner Jay.
Jay.
Oh
We
man.
got
Oh,
it.
I
That one's a tone.
I was
Everybody knows I'm
close.
that
I was
guy.
so close to throwing you in the waiting room right now.
Okay.
Man.
Let me throw one back to my boys for just a second. Ready? Boys, this is to you now. Gummy Bandit. You think that's Respen or not Respen?
Not Respen.
Is that like a blowjob from an old lady that doesn't have teeth?
I changed my answer the way he responded. Yes, it's Respen.
It's Respen.
Yes, it's Respen.
Oh, that's not Respen.
Oh god! My logic was fucking bulletproof, man, until the last second.
Hey, all right, finally, last one, then we'll walk away. This is killing me, man. How about this one? Ready? It's gonna rhyme with Pokemon, but it's not. It's Ganjamon.
Oh, 100%.
Ganjamon.
Wait, I don't know, man.
What do you think? Is that Respen or is that not Respen?
That's yes, Respen.
I'm gonna go with Jay.
We got two Respens, and Tone, what do you say, man?
Tone, you gotta send it, dog.
Yeah,
Say it again. I'm so
I mean, you don't-
sorry.
it
I'm
don't
so
matter,
sorry.
dude. I mean,
Mic issues.
You're good. It rhymes with Pokemon, but it's Ganjamon.
If that's Respen or not? Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Respen or not Respen?
Man, that's Respen.
It's definitely not Respen.
Oh, bro.
Ah,
We are
Yeah,
getting
y'all
so
got
fucked
dog walked.
over here, bro.
Holy shit.
Hey, Resp, this one, that one's for you, bud. You killed it, man. Way to
Hell
come out. Way to come out swinging, man.
Again, I had nothing to do with that bet.
I guess congratulations.
Yeah, Resp, you killed it, man. Look at you.
Yeah, good job losing your own game.
See what Resp did, boys.
it wasn't our own game. Marty's the one that fucking set it up.
Listen,
You were
what
the
just
one
happened is-
saying. Hold on, you were the one saying it was rigged in the beginning, and you just kicked our ass. So
Yeah, well,
So
I don't know.
So
Even if you take away my like 2 or 3 gimmies, I think I still kicked y'all's asses.
he did. He did.
Yeah, he did.
On Ink, he did not need a split, man. He just went right for the MA and knocked us down.
Yep.
At least Marty got
Oh,
three
man.
shot.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, let's switch it up because besides Dayok, man, one of my favorite things about you, dude, is just like who you are and like who you are as a person, man. I love that about you, and I love you, man. But let's switch it over. Let's talk a little bit about like who you are, like outside of the game and outside of Dayok. Art, you got
Ooh.
something for him, right?
No, I'm just kidding.
If not, a
No, I
he's a
got
pretty
nothing
boring
for you.
guy. That's it. The end. No.
So, rumor has it you're an award-winning concert photographer. What's your favorite shoot, man?
That is truth. That's tough, man, to be honest with you. Honestly, I've gotten to shoot bands like All That Remains multiple times, and one of the last times I was able to catch them was at a small venue in Columbia, Missouri. And some of my photos of that, because it's like, I don't know, it's probably closer to 1,000 people actual capacity, but it seemed like there was maybe like 150 people there, so it was like very intimate. they were very energetic, very into the crowd. Phil Labonte, the lead singer, was
Mhm.
working the crowd really hard, and I got a lot of great pictures of it. And he was actually wearing a Taylor Swift T-shirt, so it's kind of hilarious on that side of it.
I used to live really close to Columbia, Missouri. Fun fact.
No shit.
Like
I'm
extremely
about
close.
45 minutes away.
Where are you at?
Sedalia, Missouri.
Sedalia. Okay, I'm almost in St. Louis now.
Okay, yeah, nice. Along 70 or along 50?
50.
Okay, my brother lives down in House Springs.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Oh, that's rad.
All right.
yeah.
So since you're, you know, an award-winning photographer, if you could shoot any band, past or present, who would it be? I mean, the sky's the limit.
Man, that's a tough one. And I feel like a lot of people would say like Led Zeppelin or some of the
Hmm.
legendary classic rock
Hmm.
bands. Dude, I'm gonna switch it up just to fuck you up right now.
Yeah.
Talking Heads, like 1998.
Talking
Whoa.
Heads. I'm gonna have to look this up now.
Okay, hang on. That's the people like the. It's more of like spoken word. I'm trying to think.
No. It's like that 80s alternative wave
I didn't see
shit.
that coming. Yeah, yeah. I know. I can think of the video. I can see the video of them. I can't think of the song right now.
There's
But this
one.
is
My favorite song of all time, like 100%, is called
really.
"The Road to Nowhere" by them. And
I'm
they're
writing
kind
this
of like,
down.
I mean, they're kind of that wild ass, like they're similar to like Depeche Mode or the
Uh
B-52s,
huh.
somewhere in
Yeah.
there. And it's got like accordion in it and shit, dude. But that's my
Really,
favorite song
of
All right.
all time.
of
So
all
if you
time.
guys want to hold on, I'll play a clip on stream real quick. I just gotta make sure it's extremely quick.
Okay. Yeah, you fire that up, dude. And
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
keep it
what
going.
can you get away with? Like 15 or 20 seconds?
20 seconds.
Yeah, put it like more towards the middle.
More towards the middle. Okay, I am
Okay.
right in the middle.
Dude, this already looks like a killer video. Look at that, dude. It's like two luchadors going at it, man. Wait, no, they're not. They're not luchadors. They're dancing.
They're dancing.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that fucking
Wait, now
weird,
they're
man?
old. Now they're a ballerina. Now we're looking at the column. I'm gonna go back later on. I'm gonna jam out this. I want to hear. I want to hear your stuff, dude. That's rad, dude.
Jam
You
out
did.
with your clam out.
I like that. I like how you just took us somewhere where like I didn't expect it, man. Because I mean, all that remains and the bands that I've seen, like if you're not in a Discord with Resp, try to get in a Discord with Resp. And if he shares you the link for his photography, dude, like you can see some stuff like with Butcher Babies and some of the other stuff that he's done, dude. It's just like wow, like you capture it really well, man. You really do a good job.
Thank you. I really
I think I was
appreciate
looking at your. I mean, I was really interested into your man. Can't think of the band right now, but that metal band that not All That Remains, but the one where the dude went to jail. Shoot, man, I'll think of the band later on, but
Asking Alexandria.
no, not Asking Alexandria. Like they're
Fuck.
good. You know what I'm talking about with the singer. Oh shit, man, I'm blanking on it, man, but they're so good, like so awesome. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But when I saw your pictures of them, I was like, oh my gosh, and some of the other ones too, man. That you've done. I'm trying to think of some of the bands, but like he does a really good photography. So yeah, if you're a band and you're listening, you're out in the St. Louis area or the Missouri area, I meant, like, you should have Respen come out and do your show because he kills it. Speaking of though, like you have an affinity for like really awesome music, like really good stuff, man. Like one of the things that I've enjoyed talking to you about is like your music stuff. There it is. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. He's pulling it up right now, man. Yeah, I can't remember I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of the band. It's one of my favorite bands, but I can't see it. Oh, Coheed, man. You got Coheed, you got
Oh,
Mastodon. Yeah, dude, those
yeah.
are some cool. All That Remains, awesome stuff. I'll think of it in just a second, man. And it's gonna be too late. I'll think of it before we finish up, and I'll interrupt you, man. But like I've enjoyed even chatting with you and then listening to music when we can listen to music when stuff like that. But Let me take you back a little bit because we've had some conversations about some of the throwback bands. I'm gonna give you three bands, dude. You tell me, out of these three bands, if you could only listen to one forever for the rest of your life, who would it be? Deftones, Korn, or System of a Down? You got to choose only one of those.
That's
You,
that's not fair.
yeah. Deftones, Korn, System of a Down. Like which one of those would you choose to jam out to?
Honestly, those oh man, those are my three favorite bands.
Yeah,
I would probably go with Deftones.
yeah, my dog,
See, I
yeah,
was leaning more towards Corn. I grew up listening to
Dude,
Corn, and I fucking love it.
yes,
yeah,
absolutely, man. That would like so when I was in like middle school is when all those bands were popping off. You know, I was in eighth grade in '98 to '99. So just to give you an idea of how old I was at the time, but
Woo.
you especially when I was younger, I was I'm the eldest kid, so I'm naturally kind of a dick.
You had a mullet.
I had a rat tail. Get it right.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
you did not.
Hey,
Hey,
rat
do
tail.
you have a
You did?
picture of that?
I don't think there's one on the internet.
Oh,
Oh
well,
my
you send me
gosh!
one, and there will be one on the internet.
But I think when you're younger and you're kind of angstier, you love to hate your parents for no reason and do all sorts of stupid shit. So that's where I was at that point in my life, and that like Corn really spoke to me. But as I've gotten older, I've mellowed out quite a bit. And the thing that I really like about Deftones, their music, like they've got a range. Like if you want to get like the headbanging
Mhm.
heavy shit, they've got it for you. If you need something
Yeah,
you mid, there's a lot of really great songs. Not so much of kind of like the slower, but I would say
yeah.
like they're more
Chill,
radio friendly, chill type shit. Yeah,
change and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah. Change and Minerva, Sex Tape. Those are all
Hmm.
really good mellow
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah. I was playing a band and somebody brought their CD to the practice. I was like, "Who is that?" And it was right before My Own Summer or whatever hit MTV really big, back when MTV played music. And I was like, "Whoa, who is this?" Yeah. Around the Fur, that album killed it.
Mm, yes,
The
100.
Pony album, that was great.
Yep, that was
I,
first year of high school for me.
oh man, just killer stuff. See, I was already in college. I was a freshman in college at that point. What about this, man? What about like present day? Let's fast forward to now, and I won't make you choose. Like, if if you could choose now, though, what are some bands that you'd like, really be into?
Ooh, that's tough, man. And I honestly haven't gotten into a lot of new bands in the last I don't know, probably 5 years or more. Uh,
Okay,
I think like the last like when I kind of got into in this moment when they were still doing like heavy
yeah,
music and not their last two albums have not impressed me much, but they were heavy. They were on Ozfest. I can't remember the year, 98 or '01, somewhere in there. Got into them, and they kind of bridged me into like Butcher Babies and some of that other heavy stuff with chick lead singers.
yeah, yeah. Jay digs that too, man. Jay, who's your favorite band?
Uh, right now, probably OTEP or
Yeah, there you
Flyleaf.
go.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
have a lot.
Flyleaf is a throwback, dude. They're from
Yeah.
like right around me, like where I live in
Well,
Texas.
and Ginger too, which I think Rest, were you the one that introduced me to Ginger?
Maybe I did used to
Maybe.
play them quite a bit when I could.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I do think that you were the one that introduced me to him. And if you were, thank you. And if you didn't, thank you anyway.
Hell yeah.
Res, one of my favorite things about you, besides photography, besides music, is your storytelling. And like when we would be sitting around and when there's nothing to do and we're running around trying to find baddies in NF or I don't know, Caledonia or wherever we are, like just you telling stories, man. I used to die laughing, man. Tell me or tell the listeners actually, tell them a little bit about the Tweaker Wars, if you don't mind. The Tweaker Wars and the Winnebago. What
Oh my
happened? And
God, man.
do you
You said
mind? Do
Winnebago,
you
and I
mind going
instantly
there?
got interested.
So, about well, just before Thanksgiving of 21, my girlfriend and I bought a house and got moved in. And it's an older neighborhood. A lot of these houses were built like between the 50s and the 70s. And
Hmm.
when we're moving it, or when we looked at it, there's a house. So I live on a corner. There's a
Hmm.
house to the north and a house to the west. The house on the west was like your typical like stereotypical crackhead house, like all sorts of shit. Like there's a boat on like flipped upside down with no motor in the front yard.
It sounds like
Uh,
Sedalia.
yeah, yeah. So there's shit everywhere in their yard. So I don't know, maybe 2 weeks after we moved in, the neighbors to the north had a railroad tie thrown through their front window,
Mm.
and I think their landlord came out, replaced it, and I kind of got introduced to them then because I have cameras all over my shit. So they were asking to see if we could see their house get vandalized through our doorbell camera, and you could see a dude run away like a black shadow slinking off into the night, but you couldn't see the actual thing. It was too dark. So another like 5 days later, a railroad tie gets thrown through their front window,
No
and I
shit.
and so I was getting my and so we live in an old town, and all the mailboxes are on one side of the street. Went to get the mail and was talking to them, and not even the guy who lives there. His friend was like, "Oh yeah, the tweakers over there think he's a pedophile, so they keep doing stupid shit like this." So that's the first red flag.
Mm.
And so a few, I don't know, maybe a month after that, the same house to the north, their tires get slashed. They're pissed. They're blaming the tweakers. They're asking if I have any footage. I don't. It's super dark on my street. There's big trees everywhere and shit. And so they get the tires replaced, and like 36 hours later, their tires got slashed again.
Oh shit.
And so the house to the west where the tweakers live, they didn't have fucking electricity or plumbing or anything. So they powered their house with two generators in their backyard, loud as fuck. You could hear them all the time. Well, after the tires got slashed for the second time, all the two Jennies went on vacation.
Oh
Back
And
in
Lord.
school,
so,
the generators.
yeah, dude. So that was a whole shit show. And then early last year, probably early, maybe December, early January, some guy pulls up to the house and is like, "Hey, have you seen the people here across the street?" I'm like, "Actually, not in like a day or two. I think they're moving though. They've been pulling like shit out." So this goes on, and the landlord pops by and talks to me like, I don't know, once a week. Well, one night, like they're supposed to be out by Sunday, and it's like Friday night. There's a fucking like a I don't know 24-foot like 1967 Winnebago parked in front of the tweaker house, and like I don't know, within 10 minutes there's like 25 people out in the street having a brawl for it all. And then like I come back in, I'm like, this is fucking weird. I pop back out, nobody's in the street anymore. Like the tweaker war
It
happened
just
and vanished in like 4 minutes.
Damn,
So
it
yeah,
sounds
that
like I need to move out where you're at, man. That sounds
oh
like
man,
entertainment.
it's like being
bro,
on Mars, man.
Well, it would be entertainment if it lasted for more than 4 minutes.
bro. Tell him. Respen's tune in the game, Respen versus the Tavern Boys, where he absolutely dominated y'all. Respen, you have a tune named Granny Slapper. That's based off a true story.
Yeah, Granny Slapper
Oh
is a true
fuck.
story. So uh my girlfriend she is a former Sigma Kappa, and she advises her sorority. And so it's a like a volunteer job thing, and she helps them coordinate like their events and recruitment and all that. I think that yeah, she's the recruitment advisor for her sorority. And
Uh huh.
so I don't was that last year? I don't remember. However long ago that
Yeah.
event was, we were talking about what we're going to run in the next Caledonia event. And I was like, "Oh, I'll make a savage." Well, this is about the time recruitment is happening at her sorority, and they're doing like ballots and shit, and they're talking with the girls in the sorority, and they're like, "Oh, what did you think about, I don't know, Mary Margaret and Stephanie?" And going line by line, and they're all telling each other what they thought about them during the recruitment. And so this one girl's name comes up, and one of the girls in the sorority is from the same hometown, and is like, "Oh no, we don't want to get her. She slapped her grandma in church." I was just like, "What the
Oh
fuck?"
What a
my
fucking savage,
god!
man.
Yeah, so now I have a savage named Granny Slapper with the last name Quad Shots for your Nana.
Oh
No,
man.
what even made that story better is that I don't know if Art heard that you made a savage named Granny Slapper.
Right.
Oh,
That
you
is
What a
did.
savage.
Oh, that's
savage!
fucking even better. I didn't even hear
So
that part.
subtle.
Yeah, that
So
was
subtle.
Oh
I
awesome.
my
love it.
god, that's
I
fucking
love it,
comedy,
man.
man.
Dude, it is. Hey, one time when we were running, I think everybody was in the group too. One time when we were running with the Respen, one of one of the things that I don't even know, Respen, if you remember this, man, but we're running out of NF, and there's a dude in Discord who won't stop talking. I'm not gonna say his name, but there's a dude who just won't shut up. And you try to message me in guild chat. You try to be like, this guy won't even, enough with this guy. Like, I'm going to have to mute him. Or I don't remember what you say, bro. You're trying to message
Oh,
me. You don't say his name. You try to message me in guild chat, but you accidentally message the group. Do you remember that?
yes. Yes, I do.
And the guy on voice is like, what? He gets all like a little bit offended, and I try to like calm the situation down. I'm like, "Yeah, man, Respin he's just messing around. He's just kidding around." The guy's like, no, man, Respin's for real. No, man, Respin, he would."
And he was for real. You wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Bro,
Respin's not saying anything. He's just like just sitting back, like, "Oh
dude,
man,
I
I
was,
wouldn't try to ruin the guy's night."
yeah, dude, I was high as giraffe pussy, and I like as soon as I saw it, like I have my colors wildly different for group chat versus guild, and I
Yeah,
saw it pop up in group chat, and I was just like, "Oh my fucking!" And I was laughing to myself so hard I couldn't even say shit if I tried.
dude, that was a funny moment, man.
Dude, it's hard. Like when you're in a pug, like that's the problem with pugging in Dark Age of Camelot. You got that one dude who's like open mic while like somebody's beating his children in the background, and you got like the other guy who like I won't say their name, but whose wife plays video games in a chair next to them and
Oh,
Oh
never
my
shuts
god, I
the
know who
fuck
you're
up.
talking about.
shout out to our boy, love him,
Holy
but yeah,
fuck, dude. Like there's some like most of the time I can ignore it, it's not that bad. But like there's other times where she's close and never stops talking, and I'm just like, we've had ink, like we're dying here, nobody's saying shit because nobody can hear anything but wife.
Oh, that's
yes,
fucking
No
miserable.
no offense to the lady gamers out there, like
yeah. What's
I'm
up,
all
lady
about
game?
it. Put your shit on push to talk if you're gonna talk to somebody else the whole fucking time.
Yeah, yeah, right on.
Yeah, I completely agree.
But yeah.
That's funny. That's funny, man.
And I mean, you never know what you're gonna get. And like we ran a pug last night and had two people from the Merc BG in it. Like we didn't have
Hmm.
them in voice until like some of our guildies got on and were like, "Hey, what Discord are we in?" And they're like, "Oh, what's the info?" And so then it's like now we've got, I don't know, random person, open mic,
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
strange accent that could be like Boston or it could be Alabama. You're not real sure.
Sure.
Damn.
What does it sound like? He's about to beat somebody or
It was
Beat
fuck his
somebody.
female.
cousin?
It was female and very sweet, but it was just
Oh,
like a
cool.
weird open mic.
Mm. Yeah, I couldn't do
Yeah,
that. All right,
love those.
so I'm gonna drag you back to Daok. How do you feel about these Daok events that have been happening? You know, the Bramerdonia, the
Dude,
Caledonia,
I'm
the
I'm not even gonna bullshit you. I've been saying that they should do those types of events for 5 years. Like
You're
it
like a
is easy. It is easy
Nostradamus.
as fuck to put the. I mean, look at the population. Like right. So we're at the end of Prime now. There's 47 players on HIB right now. Why do they need New Frontiers to fight each other?
Word, speak.
Yeah. put them in a BG, and like, so I was playing. So when the EC patch had the big housing upgrade and some other shit, a ton of players came back for that. Prior to that, by about this time, there were like 15 people online, and that's honestly when I got most of my solo kills on my Shadowblade. Um, but we didn't like. We started complaining like, can we just go to Molvik? Like this is stupid. Because you would run for 2 hours and not see another player. It was
Mm-hmm.
it was bad, bad.
So, do you have a favorite event? Like, out of all these? So, like, the Cathal Valley, the, fuck 'em.
Bramer,
Yeah,
Caledonias.
yeah,
Um,
and the other ones, too, like, the DF, the...
oh, the DF was great. See, I
I
100%
love
think they
that one.
should bring some of those events back. Like, if you don't have like, they're obviously not developing new content for us. They're not
Hmm.
like, we know that there's some sort of work happening on the new rule set server, but like
That's gonna kill the
every
population, in my opinion, though.
Why,
oh
why,
yeah,
why do that? Why divide people right now?
right.
Why not build it
Like
up? That's what we're doing
100%.
here with this podcast. Is we're trying to stoke the fire and keep things going.
Yeah, and that's, and they say like it's going to have seasons, and at the end of a season you can transfer your character to Wayne, but like who's going to be on Wayne to catch
Why?
your character?
Right.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, if they don't do something to inject new players, they should do things like those events. I mean,
yeah.
I would do one every other weekend at this point.
Yep,
Like,
Every other weekend.
I
Like
agree.
what? Like think outside the box. Like what kind of event? If you could design anything, like if you were, the person who could put that, implement that, What would you do?
as
Like
far
a
as an
small
event,
sandbox, or
or
sure, like any,
I would say make the BGs able to have 50s in them, or make it like a rotating weekend,
like
a
just
different one's
rotating
open.
every weekend.
Yeah,
So
and let
so
the NF shit happen during the week, and then if you want to go in and get massive realm points, go.
What?
so
Let me
like
ask you this.
are and hold on, sorry, Marty, didn't mean to
Go
interrupt.
ahead.
So
You're good,
like
bud.
going to CV and then sorry, I had to clear my throat. Then like next week going to Larvik, Molvik, so on and
Did.
so on. Is that what you're
Hmm.
talking about?
Yeah, do it every week or every other week, because I mean shit's way too spread out with this realm now. I mean, Morgan had a 2,000 person cap. You have to sit in queue to get in. Like, this was built to have, probably at least a third or maybe half the population in it at that point. And
Hmm.
I mean, some of the bigger servers had what, like 5K or something, 5 or 10 or
Yeah.
something.
Hmm.
Like, this is meant to support a much bigger population than we have now, so it's harder. Like, last night, for example, after the Zergs logged, we were still running with 5. So we would take a boat to mid coast, wouldn't find anything. We'd run up to Bled, wouldn't find anything. We were close. We would run like a loop half the island, go to the
Hmm.
next realm, and it shouldn't take at this
Yeah.
point it shouldn't take 2 hours to find action.
Listen,
No,
So
no.
I
You
won't
you
be...
found us though, bud. And I love that you run smallies, man. I love that you're like, look, I'll go Zerg if I have to. But like, I think your bread and butter, man, is like where you're best is like smally or 8 man. Like you're good. You're a good player.
I
Thank you.
love bread
Yeah.
and butter.
Yeah,
Same.
dude. What if we could do like a Mordred style in EV one day? Maybe we lock EV and we just like you can group with anybody.
I think it would be cool. So, I don't play any of the off brand servers or anything, but I've heard they have a thing like you can take your 8 to the island and get a minnow relic basically that you turn renegade,
Hmm.
so
Yep,
you can kill
Oh,
everybody. You could kill
like
anybody from any
Albs can
realm.
then attack Albs,
yep.
Yeah,
or mids can attack mids. Yeah, yeah.
and that's I think that would be a cool
That'd be
touch.
cool.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that would be really
it's
cool.
hard because at this point, you know exactly what people will say. Oh, you just copied it from the people who are ripping off your game.
But who cares? They're doing a better job right now.
Right. Yeah. And I've heard nothing but good things about the other servers, and I'm happy for the people who choose to play them. That's, it's not my business. But
I wish they
like,
were here.
yeah,
Yeah.
like imagine if Broadsword dedicated a team to the game, and they could do multiple.
Word.
They could do their servers off of live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I've said. I've said we need to like they either need to get in contact with these guys that are coding they fixed the pet pathing in Eden. They did a whole
Dude.
lot of other stuff with Eden and it's phenomenal. And I hate to say it, but the 8-man action there is incredibly good.
Yeah, and that's so some of those devs. There's been multiple guys who've done multiple of the different servers. Like the Celestius and Phoenix teams had some of the same people. I've heard there's some of those same guys on Eden. But what I always was told is that the guys who run the Alteri server with all the crazy weapon stuff offered, I think it, well, yeah, Broadsword, the code that they used to rebuild the game, and they basically told them to fuck off.
Mm.
Why don't they hire them?
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you're offering, like obviously these people that are making all these free shards, they love the game. They're in love with the game so much that they're willing to make an exact replica but fix the stuff that, the majority hated. Why would you not bring them on? And, even if you pay for some of their coding and transfer it over here, I still think the game would be in a better place, and I think they need to start looking into that or start advertising or buff up EC accounts, make it to where they can't go into the housing, make it to where they
Yeah.
can't use Mithril or just the simple things. Like they can't use just housing and Mithril. Cuz you take away housing, they got to log on their main account and fucking, or they got to have guildies go run and grab them stuff, and it's going to be a big inconvenience. So they're going to like open up all the characters, open up all the races. Let them play the game for what it is right now. And let them stick with realm enhancements until they decide, hey, we really enjoy this game, so we're going to go ahead and subscribe. And guess what? I guarantee you'll have people coming back if the EC accounts are better. There'll be people
yeah.
like here coming just to try the game out, Me personally, sometimes I'll go into like other streams and drop like, hey, you guys should try out Daok. And they'll be like, what the fuck is Daok? And I'll be like, Dark Age of Camelot, and I'll send them a link. And I'm over here, I love the game. I've never seen a PvP like it. The PvE is kind of boring, but it's out there for people that like the PvE. And if we can just get, like even, I'm not gonna lie, I maybe I've tipped $10 to a streamer before, and I'm like, hey, you guys should check this out. And they end up checking it out, and then guess what? We get like 1 or 2 extra people playing the game now.
Man, hey, speaking of, dude, I've got people messaging me on Alb right now, like, hey, who was in the stream tonight? And I'm like, Respen, and they're like, oh man, goodness, when you post that link in our this is our friends from Wilson, like our ninjas that we run with, and they're like, hey, will you plug us in with Respen's interview? So like, you got people that are already geeked up on hearing what you got to say,
Awesome,
Respen.
man. That's great. Yeah, good to see you guys.
And it's I'm so happy that people like you are around, man. I'm not trying to get all cheesy right now, but man, when I ran into you, I was like, man, there was an instant connection, instant spark.
Yes. And did you notice that, like, this guy will run with a pug? He'll pick up anybody, man. That's what the community needs. We don't need elitists. We need Respens. Am I right?
That's what I love the most about Respen is he taught me to be a better druid than I could ever be. So
nice.
I not bullshitting. I mean,
right
he
on.
make me a better druid. So
I only really like him because he's extremely pretty.
Yep. He's a handsome man.
I like him because he talks a lot of shit to Marty.
Yeah, that's me too.
I also like him for his taste in music too. So
I'll take
it. Right on.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, for us, we always tried, like, you try to build a good core group. For like hacks, I think we had like 10 or 12. We had people who played stealthers. We tried to include as many people as we could. And well, actually, I convinced there's an old nightshade named Rapple. He was a lurkid. He's a bad motherfucker.
Okay.
I was trying to get him to run Vizzy with us forever, and I convinced him to name a warden Manzuka. So there used to be some Manzuka and
Mm.
Respen duos out in New Frontiers,
Imagine getting
Nice.
That's
killed by a
fantastic.
Manzuka.
right?
So you just said that you talked to him like making a Vizzy. Is there anybody in the past that you could bring back to the game? Who would it be?
Oh man, that's tough.
Ooh.
Honestly, it'd probably be him.
Mm.
He's a real good guy, ex-military. He actually reminds me a lot of Biff, just kind of like a good, like goofy personality. Never
Mhm.
took things too seriously. Talk a little bit of shit. Like he was pretty cool. Some of my old guildies, uh, way back, like Flaming Mad Cows Guild. There was a couple who played together. There's a guy. He had an animus named Caleb, and the
Mhm.
wife played a eldritch named Bedazzling. The two of
Mm.
them were really good people, really fun to play with.
Hopefully they hear this and come back.
Yeah, killed a lot of people with those guys.
It's-
So,
Nice.
as you know, the four of us, we've been steady strong in Cathal Valley.
Oh, what's up? Word. Bro, we've been 3v8s, 3v9s.
So, sometimes we're 3 or 4v fucking 16. Sometimes
Yeah.
we'll kill 3 or
You
4
kill-
mids and they'll come back and
And they
they'll
come
have
back with
11.
twice as many. Yes, and you're like, what? It was already outnumbered. Yeah. You got a
So-
mini.
Yeah, how's your mini?
I have a Merc in there. My
Ooh.
mini's 50 now.
Oh, your mini's 50 now. Okay, you got a Merc. Okay.
You got any
All
Merc,
right.
or is it just the Merc?
Just the Merc.
Listen, brother,
Just
we're
the
gonna have to
Merc.
change that
Listen.
shit. We're gonna need one on every realm. At
One on
least.
him, and we need one on mid, you know?
I see.
maybe
I,
not
I
mid.
leveled them all up to 50 and got them to like rank 10.
Well,
Ooh,
guess
look
what?
at that.
Make
Dude, he just shut us down. He shut us down in the game.
Castle died.
Oh, man.
No,
bro,
we've been
it's-
resurrecting it. So.
believe it or
There's-
not, there's been more action there in the late
shout
nights
out.
than fucking
Yes,
than NF.
yes, dude. Shout out to whoever XX Space Burn a Lot, Space X. Shout out to whoever those guys are because they're running like a full group deep sometimes. And we're like, what? Who are these people? Where'd they all come from? It's fun.
Yeah, and it gets frustrating that we do die by them, but
But it was 3v8. Who cares?
Yeah,
It's fun.
we take a few of them with us, but people like that,
Yeah.
misfits, legends, as much as people talk shit about them, including myself.
Yeah.
They are bringing people into Cathal Valley.
They're running 5 or 6.
enjoying it. They're bringing
roaming
people
around.
into Molvik, and like
Yeah.
today I was running my Heretic in Molvik, and I'm not shitting you. There was an 8-man of mids just running around, and there was probably about 15 albs and like 6 hibs.
Holy
But-
shit.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so I lived in Molvik back in the day, back when it was popping. And
Yeah, that's what you cut your teeth on.
man, I want a 50 BG in there, please, Carol. If you're
Yeah.
listening to this, Devs, if you're listening to this, whoever I gotta talk
Yeah.
to, I want a Molvik 50, please. Just
Yeah.
give me one
And
weekend.
another
One weekend. That's all I'm asking. I just want a Molvik weekend. Let
You know
us.
how insane that battle group is going to be?
Man, it's gonna be nuts, bro. Could you imagine
That's
3
fun.
realms fighting on top of a flat plateau, using the hills to like hide? Bro, it's gonna be so nice.
It's good. Sounds like AIDS to me.
Oh man, I can't wait.
It does sound like a clusterfuck.
Oh
God
lord.
damn.
But it's I think it's
Oh.
better than CV because you're not stuck in lanes. You have more mobility. You can hide.
True.
There's towers.
I like
you
left,
defend
right.
towers.
Yeah, CB's got choke points. I like that. But you're right. Molvik is open.
Yeah, you got this big old CK in
Yeah,
the middle,
dude.
bro.
But
Oh.
but after the Zergs are done with their circle jerk, there's no good spot. Like Dalton and I duoed, and we had Juice and King's Reaper who plays Waxmack the Blade
Yeah.
Master. We had all
Mhm.
those guys on stealthers, and I made like 350K after the Zergs log Saturday night.
Nice.
No shit.
Yeah, it was nuts. And there's a couple of quests, but I didn't hit like my weekly or anything massive.
Hey,
Oh,
shout
man,
out to
that's
Wax Max, man. He's subscribed to us on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Everything, comments. Man,
That's
hell of a player, though.
that's Kings, right? That's Kings, right?
Yeah.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
Kings?
Yeah, Kings. Yeah, Kings runs with us in Hacks. He's run with us before
Okay.
on Alb. Yeah, we've run with Kings.
Yeah, shout out to Kings, man.
What's
hell
up,
of a
Kings?
player. I ran with him in Caledonia one time, and let me tell you, he did not disappoint.
Yeah.
Dude is a beast.
Fucking
Yeah.
guy was on a Blade Master. I think it was a Char.
I ran with scissors one time. Didn't turn out that well.
All right.
The mid guy
No,
or just
Just actual
okay.
scissors.
just
Yeah.
actual scissors.
Cool, man.
Damn it! It didn't land.
Okay. All right. All
That's why I
right.
said, wow. It landed with me because I got it. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Man, dude, we're kind of at the point now where like it's at the wrap up, and we're kind of at the end of it, man. And I just personally, I'd love to take a moment and just say thank you to you, Respen, because I played from 2001 to 2003, and I stopped to play WoW. Went to go play a bunch of other stuff with ESO and BDO and a bunch of other stuff in between. Coming back to Dayoc, shout out to our boy Smash. But like you and he, Dalton and Tyler and all, boys, like y'all took me in, and like I appreciate you because I'm still in this game, and one of the reasons why I came back and I'm still playing is you. So I just want to say thank you to you and a big shout out to you because man, I love you, dude, and thank you for showing me like catching me up to speed on how to do PvP, and I still think of you as like a mentor. I still think of you as a friend, and so, man, I'm just I'm thankful for who you are and who you are in the day out community, man. And you just keep on being you, bro.
Hey, and real
I
quick,
really
I want to
appreciate that.
hold on, Res.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to add on or interrupt you, but I want to thank you as well because if it wasn't for you, then Marty wouldn't be still in this game. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be friends with Marty, with Art and Tone. I wouldn't be friends with you. So, I mean, I've
Yeah,
gamed with you a lot. Like, you've been a staple. So, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, brother. We love you.
yeah, bro.
I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
if we can just get a couple thousand more of you and throw them in this game, I think it could be
Yeah.
a great thing.
And every
Look-
time we find you underwater and run you down, it's just the best of the best.
I'm gonna use the "go fuck yourself" meme every single time.
Listen, next time they're gonna get you down to one,
Hey.
and I'm gonna come up with my Sork and staff you to death. That's the plan.
Get that
I,
turkey leg. You gotta get turkey leg kill.
So I'm in between like RA setups, and I
Uh
don't have mock or anything. But if I had mock, I'd have 3-shot you.
huh. Dude,
Oh shit.
I 2 or 3 shot a paladin once on a caster mauler, so I believe you.
Dude,
And
it's
skill set
nutty.
you 1v1. I'm pretty sure you're winning 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10.
I
I
don't know.
believe
I don't know. I just get lucky.
you just get lucky most of the time.
Yeah, getting
Which-
lucky 85% of the time isn't lucky.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Hey, but if I'm batting 300, I can still make like 30 million in the baseball.
There it is.
Right?
Right on, man. Anyways, Rest, we love you, dude. Thanks for being here tonight.
Rest,
Yeah.
thank you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. I appreciate you inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, yeah, right on. Hopefully, we'll get you back some other time, man.
Yeah, down the road, if there anything pops off and you want some opinions, or if you just want me to talk shit to everybody, I'm happy to do so.
Hell yeah, you'll be
Right
our
on. We know we can count on you for that.
special shit talking commentator.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say because Jay already has that spot.
Our group's full of that, man. I ain't gonna lie. Our group is full of that. Right on, man.
Hey.
Cool, man.
Resp, do you have any social media or channels that you want to promote? Shout out to your boys, something like that.
Yeah, shout out to all the hacks, guildies, friends, family. Pretty sure I met pretty much everybody here through the guild and or in our guilds on all 3 realms and all those guys. Yeah, shout out to you guys. I think it's great. I think this podcast is a great idea, and I think you guys like just seeing some of the views on some of your the YouTube versions. Like it's
Mhm.
reaching a lot of people, and I think that's awesome. You know, it's crazy that we're still able to even play this game, but I think it means a lot to all of us to hit that nostalgia and still kind of bullshit with
Mhm.
people. And like for me, it means you have a stressful day at work, you can just kill people all night and not go to prison.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's
amen to
therapy.
that.
If Jeffrey Dahmer would have just got into this game,
Right?
Whoa, man. Word.
That went deep.
but
That
yeah.
went deep.
Yeah.
So the reason we're doing this podcast is we do talk a lot of shit about the game, about the devs, about the community managers. Shout out to Beeb. You know, we talk shit out of, you know, the good of our hearts. It may come
Yeah, we
out.
want this game to be great.
Yeah, it may come out rough, and you may think we're all assholes, and I already know that people don't like me, but I'm perfectly fine with that. If it means me being one of the most hated people in Dayoc for this game to get the support and the population that it needs to survive another 20 years, you
Right
can
on.
throw me under the bus any day.
Yeah.
And I will gladly play this game every day, knowing that I am the most hated person in Dayoc.
Yeah. You're not the most hated, but let's run it back 20
Simulonics,
years.
but
Yeah.
No, dude.
Yeah,
let's-
who are you? Why are you the most hated?
But the podcast
Yeah, no.
hasn't ended yet, so you got to
Yeah.
stay tuned for the next one because it might
Yeah.
change real fast.
Bro,
yeah.
bro, we got some great ideas for some upcoming podcasts. So if you're just hearing Rest for the first time, man, like some of the ones we have in the future, man, are gonna like we're gonna challenge ourselves and keep challenging the day out community. We got some good stuff coming up.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
if you know Respen, if you or any of your
Nobody's
boys
good as
or-
resting, but you know,
if you
Yeah.
or your boys or you know anybody that you know has any criticism or anything you know that can help us make you know our channel produce bigger numbers and get the idea of this game out there to people who've not even thought about this, let us know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
come
willing
play
to try
Dayoc.
anything.
come play day out and come fight wrestling.
Send the links to Beeb in Discord.
Ooh, there we go.
I,
There we go.
She
But
Put it out
yeah,
there.
come
She-
play
she-
Dark Age.
she
It's still
watches
fun.
Mm-hmm.
Does she?
does.
Truth.
Yeah.
Truth.
Well,
Yep.
if
Hey.
she needs any more great ideas, tell her
And
to just message me.
Shout out to the higher ups there too, because we love you, man. We love you, day out. Keep on going.
We love you, Dayoc. We love you, Broadsword. We're trying to make this
Yep.
game better. So,
Yeah.
All right, Respen.
all right, boys.
I appreciate you guys sticking it out with me and joining me on this podcast. It's been a long journey, but we got an even longer road ahead of us. So
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Respen, appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank you
hey.
guys for having me.
Yeah.
Hey, who needs some kills? Y'all want an RVR? Let's go. Respen, we love you, man.
Ooh. Yep. Take care, boys.
Yeah,
Thank
take
you,
care,
brother.
man.
Night, y'all.
Peace.
later, brother. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening through all this. It was a lot. We had some fun times in there. We had that game in there, and it was fantastic. And like I said before, we're not trying to downgrade the game. We're not trying to diss the game. We're talking shit about it out of the good of our hearts. And I want you guys to know that. I don't want it to come out a different way and seem like we're trying to be the bad guys, because I promise you we're not. So some things have been said. Obviously, they're on the internet. We can't take them back. So the idea is we're going to put our best foot forward. We're going to try and, you know, throw this game out there. And some of the devs and some of the people in the higher-ups may not like me. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But just listen to your players. If I have one thing to say, just listen to your players. Listen to your core community, your BG leaders, you know, all your big 8-mans, all your big names that are out there. If you just listen to them, this game will go far. But I thank you guys for sticking around again. Make sure you guys follow the stream. This will be posted tomorrow. The YouTube link is down below. Twitter is down below as well. We're going to start using Twitter more often. I know I said that last podcast, but we're going to get back into it. And I appreciate it, guys. Take care.